Sunrise, another beach, another day, pretty stunning. Here today with Kowhai, and it's a dive mission. We're probably after a few crays, some kinner, snapper, and I'm sort of got my fingers crossed that we're going to be able to get out to where the kingfish are. Might maybe nab a kingy, but we'll get out there and we'll see how we go. Fish jumping out of the water up there. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a mean day. Alright, first spot. Kowhai's beat me into the water. How's it feel?
Feels good, man. Feels good.
Haha, mean. This is going to be sort of a bit of a snooping snapper spot. We might run into a cray or two here. Sometimes do, sometimes don't. It's not the greatest spot for crays, but we'll have a little swim along here. Kowhai's going to go one way, I'm going to go the other, and then we'll meet back up and compare how we did. This is a shallow area that has plenty of rocks and bommies. And so I was basically just swimming over the top of them and peering over the ledges. It's what I like to call shallow snooping, where I'm not actually even diving. I'm just able to peer over the ledges, and if I see something, shoot without leaving the surface. After a while, I come across this snapper sitting in this bowl here. Line them up, and take the shot. I was going for a stone shot here, but I just hit it a little bit too high. Either way, got him. That's a good start. After snooping in the shallows, I head out a little bit and I set a couple of burleys, so basically just find a really nice drop off, head down, smash some kinner at the bottom. Further along the coast, I'm back in the shallows. I see this snapper sitting in the gut here. I'm still on the surface, and I line him up, take a shot, and I totally miss. Right, time to check one of the burleys. Peer over the ledge, can't really see anything here. In fact, I'm a little surprised there's not anything on it, till I notice there actually is something on it. Get them all lined up and nail them. Right, time to check the next burley. Okay, so there's a few fish on this one. Nothing particularly big, but I've seen that one snapper that's probably worth taking. So when he comes back out of the rock, I'll line him up, put the shot in on him. Unfortunately, the fish ripped straight off the spear, so it swims round and round for a bit, and I follow it to see where it goes to ground. I reload my gun once it's gone to ground, and I dive down and have a look for it. Usually the fish will hole up somewhere, but I just couldn't find this guy in the end. Not sure where he went.
Alright, just out from this first spot, and it was a pretty good little dive really. Managed one snapper from the surface, just on the snoot. Only a little fella, but meat in the bin. And yeah, managed a second one on a burley. Missed another one on the snoot that I should have really got. I'm not quite sure what went on there. And then hit another one on a different burley and it ripped off, and I sort of chased it down, thought I might end up with it, but no, it went to ground somewhere and I just couldn't find it. So I think we're going to move. I've just seen like a really massive snapper, like at least 20 pound, but maybe even heading for 30 on a burley that I had here, but he was sort of out of range and then he got onto me and moved off. So I kind of think it's probably time for us to move and see if we can find some action elsewhere. Okay, spot number 2, hard in on the coast again, since there was so many snapper in that last spot. There's no point in going out and trying to do deep water work if they're nice and easy to shoot in the shallows. So we'll stick to the shallow, have a look here, see what we can see, and we'll report back when we get back out of the water.
In this second spot, I spent a lot of time on the snoot, just peering over ledges, just like this one, and I'm trying to find a snapper just parked up and waiting. Unfortunately, I don't find any here.
Well, alright, we're heading back, and the wind sort of got up a little bit and that, but it's still pretty nice. But I'm pretty satisfied with my catch at this point, so I'm going to pull a pin. Second spot was pretty quiet really. Saw a couple of decent snapper, one probably about 15 pound, but he was well under me before I even saw him, so didn't get anything there. And I did manage a Spanish lobster, so I haven't had one of them for a while. They're pretty tasty, not very common, so I was quite happy about that. And Kowhai actually had to go to work this afternoon, so he bailed. I tried a couple more spots and they weren't much good either. Then I just came back to a spot that I quite often do a ride in, and pretty much on my first dive saw a decent trevally and got a shaft into that, and that makes 2 snapper, 1 trevally and 1 Spanish lobster, and I'm happy with that for a catch. So I'm going to cruise back to the beach. We've got a nice scenic pedal back to the beach over here. And yeah, pack up and go on my merry way. Just had a real good feed of kinner too, so feeling quite pleased with myself.
back on the beach. Whew.
All right, I'm nicely on the beach. I've already packed the gear up, got the kayak on the trailer here, and just getting ready to get out of here. And I just thought before I cruised, I'd show you the catch. So here we are. We got a couple of snapper here. We got the trevally, not a bad size, and then we got this guy, the little Spanish lobster. They're very much like crayfish, but they've got these paddles instead of feelers, and you don't really see them a huge amount, but yeah, you are allowed to take them when you do see them. They taste fantastic, just like crayfish, sometimes a little bit sweeter, so I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm gonna have a damn good meal of that. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm gonna say thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one, eh? Cheers. Oh, and just before I go, how beautiful is this beach? Absolute magic.